Oh. Okay, well, that's a new one. Are you sure it was a dream? Because from the way you describe it, it sounds like you were really there. But then again, you woke up right where you went to bed. And you were definitely in a deep sleep this morning. Then, it's decided. Paimon will stay up and watch over you tonight. If anyone tries to mess with you, Paimon will beat him up. Or, wake you up first and then we can beat him up together.
Something is missing.
Did you just say something?
The flesh remains whole, but the soul is incomplete. Left unresolved, the mind will wither away along with it.
Ah! What the? Wait! Paimon remembers you! Your child's master! Skirk? Right! What are you doing here? The last time we saw you was at the Primordial Sea in Fontaine, right? But then we left and never learned where you went after that. Child's been looking everywhere for you, by the way. What brings you to Wanmin Restaurant of all places? You came here looking for us? And were you the one behind that hocus pocus just now?
Tell me, what is it that you saw? Tight-lipped, huh? I suppose that's fair. You, I'll take a glass of wine.
Hmm? Oh, of course! Coming right up. We make this one in-house. It's not too strong. Enjoy.
Chef Mao, I'll take a grilled tigerfish over here.
Coming right up. Ah, if I knew we'd be this busy, I wouldn't have approved Shenhe's vacation.
At the end of the day, what happens to you is of little consequence to me. I'm not here to try and win you over. Trust me or not, the choice is yours. If you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have until I finish my drink. I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to notice you. Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces of abyssal corrosion. Need I say more?
Neither of those things sound good. Well, should we trust her? She mentioned an abyssal disturbance. Maybe that has something to do with what's going on with you. But we could always find a different expert on the abyss to help us out. Yeah, and that thing she said about your soul being damaged is scaring, Paimon. Definitely something we should fix sooner rather than later. Skirk's an interesting one, that's for sure. But from what Child's told us, she doesn't seem evil, at least.
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do. Well, have you made up your mind?
So, that's all we know, Miss Skirk. Ma'am, can you help us?
So, you couldn't disperse the fog. I understand. Come find me in the Guili Plains when you're done here. Oh, and I left cash for the drink on the table. Settle the bill for me, will you?
Oh, okay. Huh? She disappeared.
Wait, hold on. You overpaid. Here's your change.
Oh, no. This includes the drink, so it should be the right amount.
I didn't think you two ordered a drink.
We didn't. It was that lady who came and sat with us, remember? You brought it out to her yourself.
You sure? I could have sworn there were only 2 of you at that table.
What?
What'd you put in their dish, Chef Mao? Some kind of hallucinogenic mushroom? You got them seeing things.
Seeing things? Wait, so neither of you noticed her? Young lady? About this tall, wearing a purple dress? She ordered a glass of wine!
Oh, now you mention it, that vaguely rings a bell. And it looks like I did open the wine jar, so it must have just slipped my mind. In any case, that settles your bill. Come again soon. Coming!
Okay, what was going on there? It's like they didn't remember Skirk being there at all. Even Paimon was half convinced we hallucinated the whole thing. But that Mora she left for us was definitely real. Oh, this whole situation is giving Paimon the creeps. But anyway, she told us to head to the Guili Plains, right? Let's not keep her waiting. Whoa, what are all these Rift Hounds doing here? Huh, looks like they're collecting something. Let's go check it out.
Yoo-hoo! Manifest! Do your master's bidding! Another star goes out!
So, this is what they were collecting. It looks kinda like... yeah... What is going on here?
From the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains. Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years ago remain buried deep within the earth, carrying within them a warped will. And together, these remnants form what you call god remains. And it appears that some of those sealed here were dug up and removed. There are traces left, but they're fading fast. Ugh. What are you doing?
Nothing! Just wanted to make sure you were... real? She's definitely not a ghost traveler. Paimon poked her, and she's solid.
Your life hangs in the balance, and that's what you're fixated on? Strange set of priorities. It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, those memories are erased. Simple as that. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it. Now, can we please get back on track?
Okay. Where were we? Right. The god remains. So, basically, there's now less of them here than there used to be, right? Isn't that a good thing? In our experience, god remains are 100% bad news. A lot of terrible things have happened because of them.
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards, but power doesn't come from nothing. And it doesn't just disappear for no reason. The remains aren't just gone. They were taken. Very clever, traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. There are victims like you everywhere. The only difference being, you can speak, and the remains cannot. So it went unnoticed. Something similar happened in Sumeru. Within the span of one night, countless consecrated beasts were slaughtered, and a large amount of the god remains buried in the desert went missing. Of course, god remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power all over this world, including the Stella Fortuna above.
Wait, you mean... the stars?
Mm-hmm. 42 of them have died out in the past few months alone. In Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna. Even should that individual fall, their Stella Fortuna would not disappear, but gradually evolve into a new constellation. Yet now, stars are disappearing from the skies entirely, and it's not hard to deduce what's happening to the power they contain. Something has been leeching power from this world like a parasite steals nutrients from a host. And now, it's no longer satisfied with the remains of the dead. It wants you. This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. But next time, there's no telling how far it could go. No one knows. All I know for certain is this. Getting back what you lost will not be easy. Considering how much power this entity has stolen, it must be a god-level being by now at least. But that's not the real concern. Souls are fragile things, and yours could easily be crushed if you go up against it.
So you're gonna help us, right?
We're going to help each other. You are my ticket to uncovering this thing's true identity.
Well, great! You seem super strong and you know a lot about the Abyss, so Paimon will take it.
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis. And I should warn you, getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You don't want to be in my debt, trust me. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction, that's all. You would do well to remember that.
Yeesh! You'd think she'd be a little friendlier since she's agreed to help us. But nope, she's just like when we met her in the primordial sea. So cool. Well, whatever. If that's how it's gonna be, then she doesn't deserve our friendship. What she does deserve is a super embarrassing nickname. Ah, Paimon's got it. Frosty the Lavender Melon. Serves that ice queen right. Anyway, the important thing is that we get that piece of your soul back. So, let's follow her and see what sort of plan she's got. Whoa! This place is way bigger than Paimon expected. Where are we?
This is where I live. I suppose it's the closest thing I have to a home here. It is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this place. I don't know how much Ajax has told you, but when he fell into this space, I mentored him for 3 months. In that time, only 3 days passed in the outside world.
Ajax? Oh, right! That's Child's real name! Yeah, Paimon remembers him mentioning something like that. So, a month here is equivalent to 1 day in the outside world? That should mean we're safe from that power-hungry soul snatcher for now, right?
Yes, well, I didn't bring you here just to show you around. In the outside world, the Traveler could be attacked at any moment. But coming here has bought us quite a bit of time. Now, we just need to figure out how to investigate that place you saw. The one full of fog. Both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt point to that space having some connection to the Abyss. It could even be a domain similar to this one. The thief who stole that fragment of your soul is hiding there. But the Abyss is a chaotic and turbulent place. If we want to pinpoint their location, we need to see what that space looks like without the fog. Abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Have you ever wielded abyssal power before? Okay. Do you plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests the Abyss is something sinister, and that abyssal power is a wild and dangerous force that always spells disaster.
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one day you gain the power to control them, what was once a calamity is now just another tool in your arsenal. I'll respect your opinion, though. Just means we have to turn to the second best option. A little abyss crystal that contains my power. Wear it on your head, and we'll be able to perform dream mirroring when we fall asleep.
Dream mirroring?
It means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming. Everything they see, think, and feel. Since you haven't studied the art of using abyssal power, and have no plans to jump in the deep end right now, I'll have to do the investigating for you, with dream mirroring. Every time you slip into a deep sleep, I'll see with my own eyes whatever scene plays out in your mind. Then, I can guide you through the dream environment, and we'll take back what was stolen from you.
Huh. You make it sound so simple.
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation for both of us. Even assuming we do manage to find where this entity is hiding, like I said, getting your soul fragment back won't be easy. To play it safe, I need to give you some special training first.
Wait, you're gonna teach her some of your martial arts? Does that mean the next time we see Child, we have to treat him like our senior?
Do as you want. For my part, I don't see you as my disciples. You're already a pretty good fighter. All I'm planning to do is build on your current skills, and train you for the specific scenarios that I think we might face. But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more lenient here, but that's no excuse to waste it.
Oh, she moves fast. Paimon can hardly keep up with her. So, special training, huh? Kind of a rare opportunity. With your skills, there's not a lot of people qualified to train you. The last time something like this happened was probably anti-Raiden Shogun training, right? Oh, feels like a lifetime ago. Skirk seems pretty strong too, though. Remember how she said that the all-devouring narwhal was just her master's pet? Maybe we really will learn something here.
Ready?
Bring it on!
Your training will be split into 3 stages. Testing your blade work, elemental abilities, and reasoning skills. We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie in this area, so I won't bore you with the basic. During your long journey, you've no doubt sparred with a lot of talented sword fighters. Consciously or not, you will have picked up all kinds of techniques from them.
You bet! There's Kaya, Master Jean, Kuching... Oh, and Kazuha, Ayaka... Yeah, you sparred with a bunch of them too, right? Nice to know it's all gonna come in handy now.
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting, techniques alone are not enough. You need a cohesive system to bring it all together. A style or school of fighting. To use the human body as an analogy, your style is your skeleton, the foundation, the framework. Techniques are the muscles and other flesh attached to the bones. This is where your strength comes from. Improving your sword fighting is like growing that body. If your frame got bigger and taller, but you didn't add any muscle mass, you'd be weak and flimsy. Then again, if you packed on pounds of flesh without a big enough frame to support it, you'd end up bloated and unwieldy. You need to do some introspection. Take a good, hard look at your past experiences, and figure out which parts of what you've learned are just techniques, and which parts can be used to form your own system. Only then will you get the full utility out of all your thoughts and observations along the way. Only then will every strike you deliver make perfect sense.
Wait, is that it? Paimon thought you were gonna teach her some cool new moves. Like when you went swoosh and opened a tunnel to another place.
One day, you'll reach a new level of power where you realize that even that's as basic a trick as any other. But right now, our sword styles are so wildly different that teaching you mere techniques is pointless. There are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power. Failure is your best teacher, and rigor is your coursework. That's all I have to say. Time to make a start. Train until you're satisfied with yourself. Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can.
Oh, this is making Paimon's head spin. Hang in there, traveler!
Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person, and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? What's their guiding philosophy? What's their state of mind as they maneuver their weapon? Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength, over and over, until your hand is one with your mind. This is the only path to true growth.
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
If you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop. Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body. Wield it just as you wield your arms, hands, and fingers.
'Twas on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Rain Cutter! Feathers fleeting wet, the white heron treads water, a sight without flaw. Master of Inazuma Kamisato art Tachijutsu.
Huh. Looks like you've made some real progress. That concludes your training session.
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
How do you feel? As you should be. Time flies when you're training hard. You've actually been going for several days now with no rest.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Paimon's had a whole bunch of naps. But you were so focused, she didn't want to interrupt you.
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing the same very soon. Let's hope you see that foggy place in your dream, so I can get this investigation over and done with.
Skirk, why are you skipping classes again? We've talked about this.
'Cause he's a crabby old man, and he's a boring old man. I don't like going to his classes.
Excuse me. You shouldn't talk about your teacher like that. It's very disrespectful.
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's learned what she needs. There's no point forcing her to sit through more classes if she doesn't want to be there. But I'd still love to hear about what you got up to yesterday. Why don't you tell your dad all about it?
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. I never knew they could get that big. It looked kind of dumb, though, with that stupid big fat head. I tried to shake its fin, but it just spat water at me. Oh, and today I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to be this giant bird there that can spit fire. I bet if I climbed on its back, it could fly me all the way to the stars.
Then I suppose your old dad should get one as a pet too. Otherwise, how are you gonna hear me call you for dinner up there in the stars?
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my own, Zilly. Anyway, gotta go. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
Wait! Put on a coat at least. You'll catch a cold. I'm talking to you, young lady. You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship arrived, she practically lives outside. Always going on about exploring the beyond one day, whatever that means.
Ah, let the kid do what makes her happy. Besides, we both know you're all bark and no bite. Come on, our little adventurer is gonna be hungry when she gets back. Let's get started on dinner.
The stars shimmer high above. But what lies beyond the stars? Mountains as far as the eye can see? An endless snowy plain? Or maybe buildings taller than the sky, like the people from the merchant ship said? I can't be the only one asking these questions. The universe is fascinating. If only I could meet some other people like me. We could set sail together and explore every corner of the I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to see them all. But for now, I'm starving. Better get back.
Don't let a single one of them get away!
No, please, spare the children! Stay back!
They're coming!
Run!
Help!
Eliminate the threat.
Take them down.
Don't be scared. Ah!
This way!
We'll never make it!
Fire. There's fire everywhere. What happened?
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders!
Why are you doing this? What did we do to deserve this? We welcomed you with our finest food and drink, showed you the best our home has to offer, gifted you cloth dyed by our own hands. And this is how you treat us?
Run! Save yourselves!
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone 2 surrounded.
Begin extermination. Remember the orders from upper command. No one is to be left alive.
Rest assured, sir. We have enough munitions to annihilate these savages and burn their entire civilization to the ground.
Good. The only ones who put up a real fight are that man and his wife, correct? What's their status?
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back. They won't be doing much more fighting. They're holed up in their home for now, but they won't last long. To prevent them from making some kind of last stand, we're planning to clear out the other zones first so we can send a bigger squadron to surround them.
Well, well. Turns out some of these beasts do know how to use their claws. Now the threat these savages pose will be undeniable. Let them cling to what's left of their lives for a little longer. Once the other zones are cleared, I'll cut off their heads myself.
Dad? Mom?
Skirk, you're all right? Thank heavens!
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl. But you need to go. It isn't safe here. They'll be back any second.
What happened? You're bleeding a lot. Dad?
This is the place. Alert all units. Prepare to surround.
Run, Skirk! Run as far away as you can! Don't trust anyone! Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive. My clever girl, so curious. You're already so brave. I know you're going to grow up to be such a positive light in this world.
Whenever you miss us, just play this song. Remember, life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
Break down the door! Look what we have here. A savage that can pluck a tune. Well, the show's over. You! Stop singing! Shut it! I said shut it or I'll make you! Fine. Have it your way!
Oh, you're awake? I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. Now, time for the second stage of your training. This time, the focus is elemental energy. Come find me when you're ready to begin.
Man, staying in the abyss feels so surreal, don't you think? No day and no night. It's like time hardly exists. If we weren't careful to keep track, it feels like we'd have no idea how long we've even been here. Well, except for the fact that Paimon still gets hungry like clockwork. You go do your training. Paimon's gonna grab a bite.
The way I see it, the pursuit of power is divided into 3 stages. The first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning how to harness natural energy. The natural energy of Teyvat is, of course, elemental energy. But that's not my area of expertise. I draw from a different source of power. Abyssal power, yes. Also known as the power of the Void Realm. My master, Sertologi, is a true expert in that area. After all, he was one of the group of 5 that infamously stole the all-encompassing power of the Abyss. An act for which the elemental energy of Teyvat on the Akinops call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. It's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the 7 Shifting Serpent. So I've heard. You seem to have a knack for... But is purification really what's going on there? Just thinking out loud. True growth comes from adversity, so it's time to push yourself to... Use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can.
Windblade! Be gone!
Observe your surroundings. Look for things you can use to tilt the scales of success in your favor.
Windblade! Windblade!
Use the power of Hydro to destroy the spikes. Faster! Don't give them a chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that.
Water jet! Water jet! Go! Go!
You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to wield elemental energy without a vision. It means your aspirations need no approval from them. So be bold. Do not be afraid to chart. Very good. It seems you've reached a deeper level of connection with the elements. Long enough for you to lose yourself in your training. Which is a good sign. Relentless prep. Get some rest. When you wake up,
What is the secret to longing? Hatred. Self-preservation. The fear of losing those you love. The fear. Fear is the source of evolution. It forces humanity to adapt to their environment. That fear is now part of you. Any minute spent missing home is a minute wasted.
But, Master, I can barely lift the sword anymore.
So it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword and keep practicing until it breaks. I want to hear the cracking. After all, bones can always be reset. Good, Skirk. Once again, you survived.
Cold.
These are signs that you are adapted each time the flesh is torn and the spirit crushed. I now understand why these people sought to destroy your homeland. But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind, you must learn. Get up, Skirk.
Hopefully you got some good rest. Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the fight. So, wanna head over now?
From your training so far, that's only... Now, ready? Not just like...
Hey, no fair! That's cheap!
You think every opponent has this strong emotions will always arise. How amused, but... Let's begin! This is your final training session. Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus. Not bad. Better than I expected. You're getting the hang of it. The first step to controlling...
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak.
Stop. Let's pause here. One look, and I can tell your mind has wandered. That's to be expected. There's a limit to how long a human being can concentrate on one. Get some rest. No point training further if you manage to push past...
Skirk is amazing. She faced down that terrifying giant and cut its head clean.
She got hurt though, didn't she? I heard it was pretty bad.
Yeah, well, that's a given. But the moment she was on the mend, she got right. I heard Master suffered a grave injury once too. Lost an arm and a leg and still came back stronger than...
Incredible. I wonder if...
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light in this world? Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many—
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole universe, and get answers from the stars. I just need to wait till I'm grown up. Then, I can do anything.
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past, and become—
Run! Skirk! Run! Only...
Let's see. Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? As the Conrian saying goes,
Well,
I know the pursuit. Ignore her exit.
You're awake! You must be starving, right? Ta-da! A barbecue feast just for you. Of course you are! That's why Skirk and Paimon got this all ready for you. Ah, well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus, Skirk can cook. So, Paimon decided she can forgive the whole Ice Queen thing.
here's an idea. Let's save the chit-chat until after the meal.
So full. Okay, it's Paimon's turn to sleep now.
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, we just need to retrieve the When Ajax trained you and I, Okay, not the angle I was expecting. What makes you ask that? I knew that was a possible side effect. Closed off my mind to you for that exact reason. Even with the dream mirroring, you should have seen nothing but endless darkness. Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Since you've seen— No. No. We're different in that respect. You're several hundred years ago. My master sorta low, but this is not my— To become stronger. For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once—
You make it sound so easy, but it's been years now.
Well... Hey, Jack. His situation is different than yours. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. Children can't help but imitate. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the... Wake up your companion. Oh, and everything I just told you. Best keep it a secret from her as well.
Time to go. Oh, finally.
Just follow me. I'll open an abyssal rift close to the culprit's... All things come to an end. Even time itself.
Wait.
Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach... You have some experience...
Don't worry. Paimon's an expert at... Oh, but, them...
All right.
The void! Go! 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 Wipe out!
Merciless. Ha! Paradigm shift.
Whoa! Look at all these spikes! Careful! Don't get hit! You know what? Paimon's just gonna float behind you. Come on, you got this.
Fearless. Another star goes out! Yeah.
Ha! Water jet!
Ha! Ha! Hey, what are you two doing here? Dusty, like an abandoned house. Let's press on.
Looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his house? Ugh, this fog is making it impossible to see.
This should be the place for you, the missing part. Our opponent.
Hold on! Look! The spikes are—
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy took part. From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see. There. I got it back.
Traveler! Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just got—
In the Guili Plains, you asked me why this enemy chose you as his target. Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that your strength is impressive. It's also because of your ability to, as you put it, purify abyssal power, whatever that actually means. The fact is, that ability allowed him to do something that should have been completely impossible, namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No, he couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only call it fate. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, I'll cope. Well, done gorge. How did you get the—
Oh!
I highly doubt you acquired that power. You're desperate, which leaves one—
The foul! Who dares call him foul?
What's wrong? Bit off more power than—
Just...
Look! It's bad!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit. Keep calm and— Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come after a single battle. You've got your soul fragment back, so we both got what we came for. Get us out of here, Traveler. You'll need to lead the way this—
Skirk, is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time. You should focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Uh-oh! Falling spikes! Run! Watch out! Looks like this place is about to collapse! So, this guy's power has something to do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, Skirk?
I had had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first place. But weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. You won't be... You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. It's called the All-Devour...
Yeah.
Your dragon... It's a different story, but I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. Exactly. And I believe that...
No way!
This isn't my first...
But, plus, how are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go swoosh and open a door to the abyss again. So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Fair enough. Then take this. The bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I'll leave the plant...
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest. But wait... Paimon gets the feeling Skirk wouldn't like being around a lot of people. Oh wait! Baiju said we could rest in the back room of the pharmacy, didn't he? Let's head there! Huh. Does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? I'll be collecting my paycheck. Oh, sure. Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did she do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters that were causing trouble.
Ah! You heard all that?
A sonorous voice.
Then, did you by chance...
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
No. Sorry. Paimon totally misspoke. Okay, fine.
I noticed there was only one bed.
Wait, what if...
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help me.
But your shoulder... Hey, don't just lay... whatever. Let her tire herself out. Let's get some sleep, Traveler.
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth?
Keep your gaze fixed on your...
Run! Skirk! Run! Only...
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. Wait, Skirk? Have you been sitting at...
About 60%.
Whoa! Paimon thought it would take a
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen. No. I need to meditate for the next 2 days.
Ooh, sounds intense.
Thanks.
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Be right back.
That's right. This is Skirk's inner world. Think of it as the thresh. This isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space cover. Actually, it's I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. I guess that's why I can speak again too. Call it fate if you want. Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside visitor to— Oh, you know, this river represents Skirk's strength. Strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of— But, when all she sees—
You must learn to shut out.
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power.
the answer to one. Let's follow the river. I've always thought, like meteors, you both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first noticed your... Seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk sees herself...
You now have what it takes to wield in. No one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone. I have given you fangs and claws. Now, you must learn to hunt.
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own, Master?
Indeed. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this.
Why do you do that?
I have told you before. Fear, you have tasted, but as living being, yet now.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul, Sertologi, looked like at one point in time. Of course, as a higher being, physical form is a triviality to him. He could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description. The form you see him in here, clad in abyssal armor, is the one he usually wears when traveling through the stars.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to do that.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Serology is terrified the scope of his power. We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk. When she first began training,
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, you're to train twice as hard. No tears this time. Good.
Can I ask a question, Ma? I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died.
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. So, I will teach you everything I know. Train you by whatever—
But I don't want to draw my—
What you want matters among the boundless sea of stars.
Yes, Master. From that day forward, after some time, it was not— I almost don't want to reach the end. These are— what a simple and carefree time it was. This— it was a space— Skirk's parent. No one had it. Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before. So she was not— Countless people cried out to her for help. Their lives were discarded like worthless trash. If Serology hadn't been there in that moment, because she and her people were seen as a threat, as the initial merchant ship explored the planet, further research. For that reason, the outsiders viewed them senseless. If those with power get— no one wants— Skirk is waiting over there. Let's go to her.
So all this, just so you could bring her here?
I have things to say to you. Well, to me. I want someone to witness our reconciliation. Even if it takes her suppressed emotional self. The version of herself she keeps locked in the recesses of all those rejected impulses. Those discarded aspects of your past. I am—
You're wrong. Your existence makes me weak. Don't forget.
Even so, strip your—
The difference is that I allow you to— I've sheltered—
That is on the grand— Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars. Those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back.
That isn't what we need.
Exactly what we— Aren't you curious?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only—
Then look, oh, you cast us now.
And do you think that means—
Thank you for saying— To be honest, but what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, all those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt—
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare down.
I'm sick of being a kid.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad dancing water. I am not the dan-
Thanks.
I should be
Run, Skirk, run!
Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, I once asked my master if Sir. He said no. But in a world, that's why. An idea but that means I must guess. Although his decision to train me was not made up, I know. He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips. Maybe that means I don't know what Master has planned. But I have to be ready. Help me?
Oh, you're honestly. Paimon was gone for like. You're both okay, right?
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot. I taught you to.
Okay, but whatever. Paimon brought back.
All right. It's about time we finished what we started.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested even more power in the meantime, he's going to be tougher than before. The good news is, we have no reason to pull our punches this time. So,
Off to the... Shower me with praise!
Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal? Really?
it's a subconscious to them.
Okay, Nervalette is... Go!
Merciless. Ha! Into the void! Ha! Haven't forgotten your training, I hope.
Water jet!
Fearless. Another star goes out!
Go!
Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle. Well, have you come to your senses?
You saw that my body was at its limit. So, such power.
Skirk, Sertologi's disciple.
How long has it been?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry. It's a lot to take in. This is the first time I've heard your name.
Hundreds of years ago?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history.
Of course. I trained the sword over time, my heart. We were, yet.
That does sound like...
He was the first when I was 10. After his grand endeavor was successful.
This planet no longer holds anything of interest. Your death was once what we worked so hard.
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time.
Are you sure? Wise indeed. Nor I. You know as well as... all that a veneers...
Sounds...
Of course. I'll be leading them. Oh, and...
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the...
Your heart? That's how...
Because, of course...
So, you used the... Even with that whale's ability, but that is not the path, just...
You're right. I miss your master.
After the...
Sertolo, I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist. Using despair and fear, we're like...
True. But I made up my mind long ago. Besides...
Oh?
Since you're his friend, you must have... First time we came here. But when you had to devote all your... It was the joy of a reason.
Interest, you're right.
Exactly. One where his opponent forces him to use all his... After which, for that very reason...
Perhaps you're right. What a battle.
Are you okay?
Too many different kind. Sertolo...
I can. It's not a suitable punishment for you. The impurities will dissipate, but it will be a time.
If we are...
I will reach the top of this and you,
That's finally over. Let's get out of here. It's only been a few days, but it feels like forever. Once again, we've proved there's nothing we can't overcome. We're just that awesome. even more confident than usual. Guess you really have become stronger. Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh wait, that reminds Paimon. The stars you mentioned. The ones that died—
Yes.
Great! Huh, it's—
I suppose it's because the false star. It's not real. And yet, even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. Time marches, though we gaze upon a false sky.
Ugh. Ever since we met. If it's too big a job for we've met—
I suppose when it comes to you, anything is possible. Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I suppose, regardless, one without— For this, we must all work to become stronger. If the—
Bye! Is it just Paimon? Or is she Hey! What do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow? This realm— If you ever—
mind the side effects.
Heads up! Hero incoming! The doctor will see you now. Ah, how brilliant!
Merciless.
A dash of frost! Let the world come alive! A burst of flavor!
Bow your head. Settle down.
Surge! May I present? Off to the freezer! Shower me with praise!
Silence!
This is getting interesting.
A little amuse bouche! Help!
Bow your head.
Merciless.
Another star goes out! Off to the freezer! Let my name echo in song! The show begins! Deuce on the loose!
Annihilate. Mine to wield.
Silence!
A little amuse bouche! Strike a pop! Off to the freezer!
Merciless. Into the void.
A dash of frosting! extinguished! How brilliant!
Merciless.
This realm is... If you ever...
The abyss is like the world's shadow.
Oh, Tumini and Paimon. Fancy that. I didn't expect to run into you two here. Oh, hey, Coach Yan-san. What are you doing here all by yourself? Just so you know, Paimon didn't come here to train. Paimon's not looking to sign up for any diet All right, got it. But seriously, what do you take me for? Some coach from hell? I'd never force a student into something they didn't want to do. That being said, a little aerobic exercise would probably do you some good. You could take over my patrol for a while. That would count. Yeah, all jokes aside, you're right. The Collective of Plenty is holding a bodybuilding competition soon. And so many people have been busy squeezing in their last-minute workouts that we've run out of staff for patrol. Oh, so you've stepped in to cover their work. But don't you have a last-minute workout to do too? I'm good. For one thing, I believe peak conditioning can only be achieved through consistent training over a long time span. Cramming in a workout at the last minute does next to nothing for you. But more pertinently, well, as you can probably imagine, I'm not able to compete in any of the most popular weight classes, and there's no real competition in my own weight class. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh no! Don't look at Paimon like that! We are not the same weight class, and no way is Paimon competing against you! Traveler, let's just help with the patrol, alright? Otherwise, Yan-san's gonna make Paimon enter a bodybuilding competition! Perfect. I managed to get you on board with just one look. Thank you both. It should be pretty routine. Just keep your eyes peeled and make sure nothing strange is going on in the area. That'll free me up to check the other section. Let's meet back at the settlement when we're both done. Sure thing. Just leave it to us. We're experts at strolling and patrolling, don't you worry.
Merciless. Merciless.
What's this? Was there always a cave here? We should go check. Hey, there's a hilichurl here. Is it sleeping? Doesn't look very hostile. Why is it hiding away here? Ah! You woke it up! Huh? It ran away. Guess our reputation in Natlan is more fearsome than we thought. Even... You mean that shiny thing? Huh. Must have dropped it as it ran off. Huh. Paimon bets that hilichurl thought it was a priceless treasure. Let Paimon take a look. Hilichurls aren't the brightest, so it might not be worth much, but still. What is it? You look so serious. Isn't this just a regular old key? The style is unusual, though. Doesn't look Natlanese. Where do you think it's from? What do you mean? What hibernation chamber? What spaceship? Wait, you mean the spaceship? The one that brought you to Teyvat? So, how did that key show up here? Are you sure you didn't just drop it? Whoa! Yeah! These look identical! So, if one of them's yours, does that mean the other one is... Knew it! Huh! The keys to a spaceship! Huh! But anyway, now we know where it came from. The question is, how did it get here? The simplest explanation is that your brother lost his key somewhere not far from here. Then that hilichurl found it and ducked into the nearest cave to hide it. If that's true, it means your brother was here. Yeah. Man, this is so crazy. We only agreed to help with the Anson's patrol on a whim. And now, we've made this bombshell discovery and found a huge lead on... Should we keep following this trail while it's hot? Or do you think we should check back in with the Anson?
Ah, there you are. Looks like you went the extra mile today. Thanks for being so diligent.
Oh, hey, Anson, what's up? Didn't think we'd see you again till we headed back to the settlement. We were actually just about to go meet up with you. We've made a huge discovery today.
I came here to let you know that you don't need to keep patrolling anymore. The bodybuilding competition has just been cancelled, so the usual squad will be resuming their normal duties. They'll be here to take over shortly.
Wait, cancelled? Why? What happened?
The Abyss Order attacked.
Huh?
I've heard of the Abyss Order, but this is the first. It's like they're...
One little sect first based on everything we...
No clue. All we know, our defenses are hold... Oh, want to come with me? I'm sure... Great. Malika!
Oh? Ah, great timing, Ian-san. I was just about to send someone for you. And it's good to see the travelers with you.
How are things looking? What's the latest word from the messengers?
The Abyss Order has been spotted near several tribes at the same time. Clearly, this is a coordinated strike. Also, their numbers are much higher than expected. Their organization appears to have grown considerably, but because they're usually so secretive, this is the first we're learning of it.
It sounds like they're throwing everything they have at us.
That's what I'd like to know as well. Historically, Natlan has not been a hotbed of Abyss Order activity, and we...
Could it be... revenge, perhaps?
Oh, seems unlikely, but then again...
It's too early to say anything definite.
For the time being, we should continue monitoring the situation.
How are the battles going? Not too many casualties, hopefully?
Well, even if they're committing all their forces to the fight, they're in for a tough time.
Yep. We have a whole nation's worth of season.
Compared to the true Abyss, the Abyss Order poses a far smaller threat. However, this is still a war, so we must give it our all and do our utmost to minimize casualties. The tribes are organizing their defenses as we speak. Traveler, this is one war that Natlan can handle on its own. If you wish to stay out of it, you'll be safe here at the stadium with me. Oh? In what way?
Yep, that's how it is.
I see. My goodness, that is very personal indeed. If you don't mind me asking, do you have any idea what his goal could be?
Safe to say, they're not exactly on the best terms at the moment. Ever since Paimon met the Traveler, she's been trying to track her brother down and get some answers. But he's been avoiding her.
I see. So you two have fallen out. Huh. A pretty common occurrence between siblings.
Well, yeah, that may be. But the stakes are a little higher where these two are involved.
They certainly are. Although somehow it doesn't surprise me that a spat between the Traveler and Twin could affect the fate of the entire world. Just so I'm clear, you're still on Natlan's side, and you have no idea what your sibling is after. Is that right? Well, that's a relief. When you first mentioned your sibling, I was worried we were about to be thrust into an impossible position. Our reports say that the Abyss Order has focused most of their efforts against the Masters of the Nightwind. If you don't plan on staying here with me, I'd recommend going there to lend them a hand.
I'll join you. Right now, the Collective of Plenty isn't facing a serious threat.
Many thanks, you two. Anything you need, send word to me right away.
Look, it's Eulalie!
Huh, I wasn't expecting to see you here. Are you here to reinforce us?
How are things looking? Mawika told us to come here.
Oh, the situation must be pretty dire if it's managed to get Eulalie out of the house.
Dire? No, I wouldn't go that far. It's mostly just irritating. I heard we're being hit the hardest out of all the tribes. What are they trying to imply? They just think we're pushovers or something? The more I thought about it, the angrier I got. I couldn't exactly concentrate on my novel after that, so... well, here I am.
So, that's how they earned the ire of Granny Eatsley, huh?
They call themselves the Abyss Order, yes? Ugh, so tasteless. It's exactly the kind of two-dimensional name a clueless writer picks because they don't trust the rest of their writing to persuade the reader of who the real villains are.
Hey, she's saying your brother has poor taste.
Wait, what? Are you saying her brother is a member of the Abyss Order? I only said that because I was mad. But maybe I went too far?
Hey, let's save the chat for later. We've got some enemies incoming.
Good. A much-needed chance to vent my frustration. And not a moment too soon. Things were getting awkward there. Luckily, I'll never have to find out just how badly the rest of that conversation was gonna go.
You didn't have to say that last part out loud, Eulalie.
A little amuse-bouche!
Bow your head.
Much better. That's more like it.
Ooh, impressive work, Granny Eatsley. If I'd known you were on the case already.
Huh. If any
Experience says that if we head in, why don't we press our advantage and—
Hey, was there a battle here just now? Need any help?
Don't worry! The battle against the Abyss is, well, morale's high and everyone's here.
Adaptive frosting!
Merciless.
Settle down.
Crush them! What is that thing? It's like it's draining the strength right from my body. Find a way to destroy it! The Abyss Order's resistance is faltering. Now's our chance!
Silence!
May I present? Off to the freezer! Show no mercy!
Warriors, attack! After them! Hello, Moose Boot! Shower me with praise!
Bow your head.
You must be the boss here. Time to show you what happens when you mess with the Masters of the Night Wind!
All who resist the Abyss will pay the price!
Adaptive frosting!
Settle down.
Annihilate! Into the void!
Bow your head.
Fulfill our pact! A little amuse-bouche! Oh, rip!
This stronghold is neutralized. Good work, everyone.
Huh. The Abyss Order's all bark and no bite.
To be honest, this was anticlimactic. Well, whatever.
I'll just— With the stronghold cleared, this area should be safe for the time being. But still, something tells me we can't afford to let our guard down yet. Maybe it's just me. But an enemy under siege normally defends their stronghold at all costs. But this time was—
Huh?
I'm not convinced. Don't—
So you're saying there's more?
I'm saying we don't know enough—
Paimon had a hunch, but you're right.
Wait, you're leaving? But I was still—
Go ahead, you two.
look around for clues. Oh, we've scoured the entire... Are we
Oh, thank goodness! No, please, you've got to help me. I'm being chased by monsters and I can't keep running. Can you do something?
Yeah.
Huh? They're almost here. This really isn't the time.
We're not.
But how? Ugh, there's no time. They're coming. We gotta...
What's wrong with that girl? Oh no! It looks like... Quick, let's see if she's okay. What's wrong? Are you hurt?
The monsters! They're right there! You need to get out of here. It's too dangerous. Huh? Oh, now you finally... Great!
Savior?
Settle down!
Off to the freezer!
Yoo-hoo!
Merciless. Paradigm shift!
You done? You just looked like you were slicing in thin air. Oh, really?
Sure. It's nothing. It's okay. I can see. I didn't think much of it when the monsters were breathing.
Huh? Have you never shaken hands?
Well,
No worries. Paimon's Paimon, and this is the Traveler, with her around. So, what was the deal with those...
Your guess is as good as mine. I could see them the whole time.
Whoa! That must have been scary. The idea that we'd stand by and laugh while some poor girl was being hunted down by monsters? Don't worry, but more
It's nothing serious.
Good idea. We'll take it.
Phew, thank you so much. Despite... I'm gonna stick...
Yeah.
A small village. Maybe all these tribes.
Huh.
Oh, sorry. It just slipped out. Anyway, there was once a sage who passed through my village. The sage said that the day of disaster is almost upon us. So my grandma... I've heard people talk about the Savior since I was a kid. Growing up, it really made an impression. So when I saw your gold...
Oh, well, the What? But didn't you...
Everything except the gender.
Oh, for goodness sake. There are gender requirements? Oh, of course. If it's not...
Who? Who is it? You have a brother? Please, can you take me to see him?
Huh. Maybe, if you're lucky. It just depends if we can find him.
Huh? But isn't he...
Sorry. Looks like Paimon steered this conversation back to the fallout between you two. It wasn't...
Okay, fair enough. But since you're looking for him anyway, why don't we team up? We might stand a better chance if we work together. Yes, everyone says that the disaster is inevitable. But the Savior will rest...
Do you really? See? What's wrong, Deirdis?
Oh, the Traveler looks just like the and it's not every day that the Savior... So I'm just a little overwhelmed.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry. Please forget that I said any... Like I said, I'm going to hide here. If you
Are you sure?
I'll be fine.
All right, then. Well, take it. What a mysterious girl. We should... But hey, at least she seems to... Anyway,